Good morning, this is my morning makeup routine. Here I'm putting concealer on the back of my CCTM container. I'm mixing a little bit of translucent powder just because I've got a few breakouts on my skin that I just want to cover a bit better than normal. Making sure I put the lid back on because I'll drop it otherwise. I'm mixing it with my finger and applying it to where I have the broken breakout with my finger, and then I use the brush to cover any other spots that I need covered. Using dabbing motions, as you can see, stippling. Any of the redness that I want to cover I usually use with this mix as well. Now my colour corrected tinted moisturiser in light, 1.5 pumps is all I use. I use a flat top hard brush and stippling all over my face. So stippling is just where you're dabbing the brush on your skin. I find it works better than round motions with the CCTM, otherwise it gives a smearing look. So all over my face, including my eyes, to give my eyes a little bit of a base. As you can see already, it's covered up so much of the redness and given me a nice natural look without looking caked on. I usually go back over a few bits and pieces with the brush without actually having to add anything else to my brush. Now this is a translucent powder. Just dabbing it on my hand to activate it. Sometimes it's a bit hard to get it to work. I go through and pull all the little bits out that are coming out and just go over my face. Usually in a round motion with this one. Just I find it easier and it gives it a more smoother look and gives my face a matte finish. And then I just go back over my face with just another brush, and then I pull the little black bits from my brush off my face. I find using a spoolie is good because the spoolie removes the items without actually having to ruin it. Okay, so this is my double-ended eyebrow brush. I'm using French Rose Shadow Sense, so I'm actually using an eyeshadow on my brush. I'm just brushing my eyebrows up and giving them a little bit of shape to give me an idea. Just putting it on the back of my hand. The reason I put it on the back of my hand is just so it keeps it warm and doesn't dry it out. Starting from the middle of my eyebrow, I just kind of brush it into where I think I need it to be. I'm no expert when it comes to eyebrows. I just have fun with it. If you feel like you've done it too dark in a section, you use the spoolie end of your eyebrow brush and brush it out while it's still wet. But it also helps blend. Sorry, I had to use the mirror. The same thing, just going through my eyebrows, just tidying them up. Just giving them a bit of colour and trying to match them as best as I can. As the saying goes, your eyebrows are supposed to be sisters, not twins. I'm glad that's a saying because mine are never the same. Okay. Eyes. Okay, just doing a base of Pink Frost. Same thing, I put the colours on the back of my hands so it doesn't dry out. I find the body temperature, so I'm just putting it all over my eyelids and up on my crease. I'm running low on this colour, so I find it sometimes easy to use it onto the Pink Frost. Tip. Tape. I find looking up to the left and up to the right when putting them on, the tape sticks better. This will help give you smooth lines without having to do too much tidying up. So this is Amethyst Shadow Sense. Okay, we're going to do that all over the base of my eyelids this time, as close as I can. Just dabbing. I find dabbing when I'm applying, and then when I'm blending, I'll swish the brush. Okay, and with a cotton tip I just tidy up all of the little bits and pieces that I went over the top with. Okay, so this is Deep Plum Shadow Sense. Same thing, keep using the back of my hand. And we're going to go as close to we can as the tape. The benefits of the tape being there is if you go on it, it doesn't matter. It's not going to ruin your whole look. I was actually struggling with the brush that I picked to use this morning. It's not the normal brush. I had forgotten to clean my brushes prior to the video and didn't want to have to clean them. So I grabbed a clean brush. I only put little bits of shadow sense on the back of my hand at a time and keep adding more later because I don't want it to dry out. Because it's a cream to powder, they do dry, which is great because it's then smudge-proof, budge-proof and waterproof. But if you do leave the tube open, it will dry out. The same thing, both eyes, just creating like a look. Don't freak about those lines. I will be blending them in a minute. See? Just a bit more colour of the amethyst, just to blend the colours in and build more depth to that amethyst shade. So blend, 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 blend. Same thing, cotton tip, just to tidy up the ends. I'm using just a little bit of the deep plum in the corners of my eyes just to give my eyes more depth. Remove the tape. Voila, my lines are tidy. Eyeliner. Okay, I use a cotton tip to dry my waterline and a blender to pull my eyes down. This stops my makeup smudging and fingerprints on my makeup. I've been very watery eyes this morning, sorry. So yep, just going over with your pencil. As you would. Mascara. Normally I put it between my brow, but I got two today to warm it up. So just from the base of your eyelids, just going little squiggles all the way up and down. Okay, when I get this on my skin, I use a spoolie. The spoolie stops you from smudging too much makeup when you're removing it, or if you use a cotton tip, it'll remove the makeup as well. Okay, using a cotton tip to remove the excess and give your iris a little bit of a shape. If you want them to look more volume, all you need to do is do more layers. So once you've done the second eye, go back and do the first eye, and so on until you get the length that you're chasing. Okay, so that's my eyes. I'm just tidying up a little bits here that were annoying me. So clean, dry lips to apply our lip sense. So this is Girlfriend. So we're going to do one thin layer of lip sense going in one direction, not going backwards and forwards over. Lip sense works like a little bit like a water marker, whiteboard marker. If you go back over it while it's wet, it's just going to wipe it off. This is the second layer, and this is nude pink. So same thing, one thin layer. Both directions, let it dry. While it's drying, I'm just going to fix up a few bits and pieces on my skin that I'd removed and just tidy it up because I felt like I needed a little bit more translucent powder this morning. Now that's dry, third layer. Gloss. This is the Pearl Glossy Gloss. Put this on your lips. This will moisturise and look after your lip sense. Kiss-proof, budge-proof makeup all day. Final looks, add some earrings, add my glasses, and I'm ready for work.